Why is the snow melting? It's winter.
Why is it so hot?
Only about half of solar radiation is absorbed by the Earth's surface. The rest is reflected back into space. The increase of CO2 and other greenhouse gases traps some of the radiation, causing infrared radiation to be emitted back to Earth's surface, causing temperatures to rise.
Global warming is the rise in the average temperature of Earth's atmosphere and oceans. This shows a time lapse of global temperatures since the 1960s. Recent years have been the warmest on record, including 1998, 2002, 2003, 2006, and 2007, with the hottest year recorded being 2005.
Scientists have found that in recent years, the global temperatures have been increasing by about 1/3 of a degree Fahrenheit each decade.
It's like a heat wave burning in my heart. I can't keep from hearing. It's tearing me apart.
Ice is melting, especially at the Earth's poles, including mountain glaciers and Arctic sea ice.
Penguin population in Antarctica has reduced by about 2/3 in the last 30 years.
Sea levels have risen faster in the last century.
Certain plants and animals have migrated further north for cooler temperatures.
Average precipitation has increased globally, and this could also cause more flooding.
Disease-carrying insects are spreading further north, causing a greater expansion of illness.
More frequent and stronger hurricanes will occur because of rising ocean temperatures.
Certain areas will experience increased probability of droughts and intensity, as well as heat waves. Increased and severe droughts can also cause shorter and less abundant crops, causing hunger or famine. This can also cause diminished water supplies.
There will be economic consequences due to increased extreme weather conditions.
Wildfires will become more likely due to increased warm and dry areas.
Air pollution increases may occur, especially in urban areas.
There will be a loss of biodiversity and some animal extinction.
Acid rain may occur.
Increased death of ocean life, especially in coral reefs, which are very sensitive to temperature change.
We spoke to some of our peers about their knowledge of global warming.
What do you know about global warming?
I don't really know that much, but I know that water levels are rising and the Earth is getting progressively warmer.
What can we do to fix global warming?
We can lessen our fossil fuels.
And do you have any future concerns about global warming?
That the icebergs will melt and the polar bears won't have a home.
What do you know about global warming?
What do you know, Mike? It's bad. It's not a good thing. It's destroying the Earth.
What can we do to fix it?
What can we do to fix it? Reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
Okay, do you have any future concerns?
No.
What do you know about global warming?
And it's true and it's happening right now.
What can we do to fix it?
We need to stop cutting down trees, use more recycled products, recycle more obviously, and do what we can.
What do you know about global warming?
A lot. I know that it's controversial, and a lot of people don't believe that it's true, but I think it is. It has to do with the greenhouse effect, and with greenhouse gases getting stuck in our atmosphere, and then the temperatures rise, and the glaciers melt, and polar bears die.
Do you have any concerns for the future about it?
Definitely, just because there's more extreme weather patterns, so I guess I'm worried about growing up, getting older, and my kids too. We had hurricanes and we have weird snow things. I'm just worried about flooding and glaciers melting and animals going extinct. So
What can we do to fix it?
I think we need more clean energy and less burning of fossil fuels.
Some of the people we interviewed mentioned concerns of extreme weather such as hurricanes. Hurricane Sandy is a recent example of extreme weather caused by global warming.
The death toll as of November 1st was 149 people.
Winds of Hurricane Sandy reached over 80 miles per hour.
8.5 million people were without power.
Subway tunnels were closed down in Lower Manhattan because of flooding.
Over 15,000 flights were canceled.
About 1 million people were displaced because of the storm.
The cost for property damage alone was about $20 billion.
The total monetary cost was about $60 billion.
This was one of the costliest natural disasters on record in the United States.
The U.S. stock markets closed for 2 days because of Hurricane Sandy. This was the first unplanned closure due to weather since 1888.
So you can see how this can impact people's lives and finances.
Economic impact of global warming is costing the world more than $1.2 trillion a year.
Global warming cuts 1.6% of global gross domestic product annually.
Severe storms and floods combined with agricultural losses cost billions of dollars in damages caused by global warming.
Money is needed to treat and control the spread of disease.
Many consumers will face the rising cost of food and as well as the rising cost of energy.
There will be many job losses in agriculture and fishery.
They should invent air conditioning outside. Like have big air conditioners sitting on the highway and stuff. And just blow it on people. I mean, not like humongous. Well, yeah, they have to be pretty big. But like just one sitting right here, you know? Like if we had a lot of them, it would cool off the earth.
One possible solution to global warming would be reforestation.
There should be changes in climate policies both nationally and globally.
Personal actions such as switching to energy-efficient light bulbs and using less energy for heating and cooling in homes can help the process.
Also, driving a car with high fuel efficiency or a hybrid or electric car will help reduce emissions.
Recycling and also reusing products such as canvas bags when grocery shopping instead of plastic.
One state that is reducing their carbon footprint is California, which passed a law stating that by 2017, all cars sold in California must get at least 30 miles to the gallon.
A project known as iron seeding involves dispersing bits of iron across the oceans to stimulate plankton growth as a biological carbon sink.
Using renewable energy such as solar, wind, and hydropower can also help.
Going vegetarian or vegan will help by reducing the amount of livestock, who give off more than 40% more greenhouse gas emissions than all global transportation, and the amount of food, water, and land cleared to raise those animals.
Some future concerns caused by global warming are sea levels are expected to rise between 7 and 23 inches by the end of the century, and continued melting at the poles could add between 4 and 8 inches.
Less fresh water will be available. If the ice caps in Peru continue to melt at the current rate, it will be gone by 2100, leaving thousands of people who will rely on it for drinking water and electricity without a source of either.
Floods and droughts will become more common. Rainfall in Ethiopia, where droughts are already very common, will be declined by 10% over the next 50 years.
The ice thickness at the North Pole has decreased 40% in the last 40 years. The polar ice reflects 90% of sunlight. Without the ice, only 10% will be reflected. 90% will be absorbed by the ocean.
If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, calling every man. We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late.